Good morning. Happy Sunday. It is cloudy, a little hot, not too bad. Just chilling in my it's like a little reservoir by my house. It's kind of cool. I got some really cool birds around here. Like to come out here and do some writing, journaling, listen to some music, do some exercise. Get away from all the loud noises in my house. Oh, cool. Looks like there's a frog or something over there. So today, been processing a lot from the military, actually. And I did this little freestyle the other night, and just like a life of boot camp or whatever. And I'm going to share that later. But yeah, it really changed my life. Joining the military in general. Hold on, I gotta look at this flower here. Oh, and look, a butterfly. See, signs like that are pretty cool. Yeah, so the military. I was super gung-ho about it when I was young. Let's see here. I remember 9/11, and I was sitting in my art class watching the trade centers fall down, and then everyone was getting all moto about it, and we had a friend, Patrick O'Day. It's one of the first casualties in the Iraq War, and his tank flipped over in the Euphrates River, and that was my friend's older brother, going through high school, and a bunch of us all were like, all right, let's join up, we're gonna go fight terrorism. And back then that was scary, man. There was a point where I was really behind, jumping in, getting into a war, and it's sad because like people die, like young men that have so much life to live, and they're just giving their lives away for us to have our freedom. And God bless every fallen Marine, sailor, Coast Guard, airman, everyone. I got mad respect for everyone in the service, and I don't disrespect anyone that chooses to be in the service and do the military, because it is a necessary thing, unfortunately. And for me, I grew up always wanting to shoot guns and playing video games, and I don't know, wanting to fight a war and be a hero or whatever. I had that in my mind. And I went down to do MEPS, did everything except go to MEPS, and I decided to not go because I had a really good job at the time. And my dad, he created this $1 million company, and it was an amazing thing. And he made a lot of money doing that, and I decided, I already have a good job, I might as well stay doing this instead of go. And a couple years went by, and but I kept having these regrets, and I was like, oh, what if I just went? And just always thinking, like, what if. And I talked to one of my friends, and he was in the Marines. I had like 4 or 5 friends in the Marines already for years, and I was going to go the same time, but then I didn't, and then I waited a couple more years before I actually went in. And my friend, he wrote me this letter, and he's like, bro, the Marine Corps is the most amazing thing, blah, 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 blah. At the very end, he's like, well, you should probably join the Air Force because, you're a pussy. And it's funny, like, being a young man, you're like, I can do that. which I did, and it was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be physically. Mentally, not so much. It was really a mental thing. So I ended up going and started training, and I was in the best shape of my life, running up hills, 5-mile runs, push-ups, pull-ups, everything. And got into boot camp, and quickly realized that it was not anything I expected at all. And we essentially trained to become janitors and housekeepers and drilling. So you could march, you'd clean your bed, clean the room, scrub the floors, clean more, do your bed. It was over and over and over. It was just like the same thing over and over again. And we didn't even really run that much. Like, I think we ran maybe like 4 times in boot camp. And there's a lot of school, so we train, go to school, a lot of sleep deprivation. And one thing it did do for me is it helped me tap into a part of me that I didn't know was there. And there was a saying, it's like, when you think you have nothing left, you have at least 50% more in you, and you will be able to run up that hill and low crawl through the sand and war cry and So, going through that training definitely changed me. I no longer was this little punk kid, and I really found out who I am, and I feel like that's where I became a man. And so with that being said, the military is a very useful thing, and it's necessary. It's always going to be necessary, because there are people out there that are just plain evil, and they want to kill innocent people, and we need good men to stand up against them and combat that. Now, here's where my paradigm has shifted completely, because I used to believe, you go out and you kill the enemy, eye for an eye. You killed my brother, so I'm going to kill your uncle, or whatever. I mean, this is how this is happening, is we're going over, we're killing people, then people are getting mad, and they're coming back and killing us, and it just never ends. It's a cycle of destruction. And I realized that you cannot fight terrorism with more terrorism. It just does not work. It just creates more terrorism. And in all reality, the war that we're facing is not against flesh and blood. It's not against people, because we're all connected energetically. We're all one organism, and everything we do affects other people in life. And if that's true, then who is the real enemy? Why are we at war? Why are we fighting? Why do we have conflicts? And quickly I started to realize, it's like, this is actually a spiritual war, and there are forces of darkness that are trying to steal, kill, and destroy relationships, friendships, anything that has positive light or impactfulness that's going to change someone's life. The darkness is going to come at it and try to destroy it. So, one of my first songs I wrote was, I'm a soldier in a war. I dropped my rifle and picked up my guitar. And this was impactful to me because after watching an artist, Michael Franti, he went out into Iraq and just had his guitar. And went into war zones, and people said, don't go there, they're going to kill you. And he's like, I don't care, I'm going to go, and I'm going to show love. I'm going to be the light. And he had a little video on it, and it was so powerful just to see that. And that really resonated with me. So that was kind of a motivation behind the song that I was working on. And I used to listen to music that, rap music, some really raunchy rap music. And I didn't even realize how bad the words were, or the energy or the frequency that was being broadcast into me. And then I just repeated it. And music is so powerful. Like, it's crazy how powerful music can be. And today we got music with some really raunchy things, and I got kids, and now they're listening to it, which scares me. Now I know how my parents felt when I was young. So it's like this full circle of realizing, like, oh, okay, I wish I realized that earlier. But it is what it is, and I wouldn't change anything, because I wouldn't be this person I am today. And so I guess my whole thought on today was terrorism and what that means. And our whole country used to be at war on terror, war on terror, war on terror. I haven't heard the war on terror for a long time now. Now it's a war on COVID. And you got to kill the COVID. Get your face masks. There's always going to be something being projected at us, and we need to be smart enough to understand and think for ourselves, and not be sheep, and not actually do things that are out of integrity to our own beings just because other people are doing it. So, yeah, this is, about 12 minutes now, so I'm going to close this up. Today, just think about what you're grateful for. Above all else, just be grateful, because when you visualize what you're grateful for, your frequency rises. Even if there's horrible things happening to you and you don't think anything can change, stay grateful, because that's your inner peace, and no one can take that from you. And as you foster that, you will begin to attract more gratitude, more abundance, more wealth, more love, better friendships. It's just the way of the universe. And I love you all. Hope you have a great Sunday afternoon. And be blessed. Grateful Givers is out.